it's Mrs. Perry bringing you another reading lesson. So come on in and let's take a look at what you'll be learning today. Today, you'll learn how to determine the key details of a story. I'm going to jump right in there because I have so much information for you today. Raise your hand if you've ever read a book in class or if your teacher has ever read a book to you. Did you raise your hand? Okay. Sometimes when your teacher asks you to read a book, you'll have to answer some questions as well, right? So, it's important that you learn how to take the information you learn from the story and use it to answer the questions your teacher gives you. After reading a book, we want to always determine the key details, and this is our focus for the lesson today. Determining the key details of a story. Key details are the important parts of a story. I like to break these important parts down into what I call the W's. Who, what, when, where, and why. Each of those words begins with what letter? That's right, W. So you can see why I call them the W's. Okay, so we have our W's and they'll help us answer questions about the story and help us identify or find those key details or important parts of the story. Let's practice. I've chosen a simple book that everyone has probably read or heard before. Can you guess what it may be? If you guessed The Three Little Pigs, then you're correct. All right, so in order for us to identify the key details, we want to start by answering the W's. First, we have who. Who is in the story? And because we are scholars, we always want to answer a question in a complete sentence. Who was in the story? Can you think of the characters in The Three Little Pigs? Our sentence should sound something like this. The characters in the story, The Three Little Pigs, are the three pigs and the big bad wolf. Our next W is what? Now, this could be what happened in the story, what is the story mostly about, or something along those lines. But for today, we're going to answer the question, what is the story mostly about? And remember, we're going to respond in a complete sentence. So, think for a second. What is the story of The Three Little Pigs mostly about? Here's how our answer can go. The story of The Three Little Pigs is mostly about a wolf who tries to blow down the home of each pig so that he can eat them. He was able to blow down the house made of straw and the house made of sticks, but the wolf was not able to blow down the house made of bricks. All right, let's track what we've done so far. We've covered the who. We've covered the what. Now, it's time for us to talk about the when of the story. When does the story take place? Sometimes figuring out when a story took place can be a bit tricky, especially in this story. However, if you take a look at a few of the text features, remember that term from last week's video? If you take a look at the text features, they may be able to help you with your answer. In regard to The Three Little Pigs, let's think about when the story took place. I really just want to know, what part of the day is it? Is the story taking place in the morning around breakfast time? Or was it more around the afternoon during lunch? The story may have even taken place around dinner time in the evening. And because the story doesn't really give us an exact answer, we must use context clues and text features to help us come up with the best answer. We could say The Three Little Pigs takes place during the day between lunch and dinner time. Okay, let's pause and retrace our steps. We've done the who, the what, and the when. Before moving on, I have a pop quiz for you. Answering the W questions helps us identify what? The key factors, the key problems, or the key details of a story. Which one? If you chose key details, then you are correct. Now it's time for our where question. Where did the story take place? And if you remember, this is called the setting of the story. Now, the setting changes throughout the story from one house to another. However, for the most part, the pigs and the wolf were outside. So, for our answer, we can say the setting of the story is outside. All right, we've done who, what, when, and where. Our last W is why. Why did the big bad wolf want to blow the pigs' homes down? Now, this should be pretty easy because I think we all know why he wanted to blow their houses down. The wolf wanted to blow the houses down so he could eat the pigs. Okay, today's lesson had a lot of information packed in it, but that's okay because sometimes our learning requires hard work and a little bit more effort each time. So, let's do a quick review. After reading a story, it's important to identify or determine the key details. And key details are the important parts of a story that you would tell someone if you had to share what you just read. And to help with those key details, we can use the W questions. Who, what, when, where, and why. Okay, I think that's more than enough for today. I'll see you all next week, but don't move. Stay tuned for math with Miss Barnes.
Hey there, mathematicians! Welcome to class today. I'm Miss Barnes, and this lesson is for mathematicians in kindergarten and pre-kindergarten. Friends, today we are going to be finishing up our number study, and the last thing that we have to do is talk about adding numbers that have sums between 10 and 20. So today, as we get started, I'd like for you to grab a pencil, a marker, something to write with, and a piece of paper or something to write on. You're going to need those things as we work today. We'll work specifically with number bonds and counters. So you're going to see me work in this lesson with the counters, the squares that I have. If you don't have squares, that's okay. Just make sure you can find some materials that will help you count and that will help you combine groups. So take a moment now, go get all of your materials ready, and let's get ready to learn. So here's our first problem. Let's read it together. And remember, we start at the first capital letter and read all the way to the last punctuation the very first time. Here we go. Joe has 11 flowers. He picks 4 more. How many does he have? So think about that and think about the things that we need and the things that we know. Now we'll go back and we'll read sentence by sentence. And the next thing that I'm going to do is set up our number bond. So here on the bottom, I'm going to draw one circle at the top, and that's going to represent our whole. And then I'm also going to draw 2 circles connected by lines at the bottom. These are going to represent our parts. And this is called a number bond. Okay? So when we're reading the question, we need to think to ourselves, is this part of the answer or is this how many the answer is? Is this the sum? So as we're reading here, we're going to go back to the beginning and go sentence by sentence to see if we can fill out our number bond. Joe has 11 flowers. There's a period, so we're going to stop. Now I wonder, is 11 part of what I have, or is it the total of what I have? Well, that sentence doesn't really tell me, so let's keep reading. He picks 4 more. Oh, what does that mean? That means he has some in his hands and then he goes back to get more. So does that mean 11 is a part, or is it our sum? Is it our whole? If you said it's a part, you're exactly correct. Great job. So Joe has 11 flowers. So I'm going to do a couple things here. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to acknowledge that in our number bond. And we know that 11 is part of our sum, so I'm going to write 11 here on the left side. That represents our part. Then I'm also going to count 11 counters. So take a moment now and go ahead and count yours, and I'll count mine as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Great job! That's 11 counters, which represents the 11 flowers that Joe has. Next, we have to model this second sentence. So let's read it again. He picks 4 more. What does that mean, 4 more? That means that these counters represent the flowers he has, and that we need to add another group of flowers. So here I have 4 counters. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm also going to write 4 here in the bottom to represent the other part we have. Now there are a couple things you can do here. If you already know the answer, then you can fill in the number bond and write the number sentence that tells this story. If you're not quite sure, then we're going to look over here and we're going to manipulate our counters to help us understand the answer. So we can count on from 11 to get to the answer. Or I'm going to move these 4 counters up to be in line. And then we're going to use a tool that we already know about, and that's the 10 frame. So I'm going to move these down. And can you see here that this looks exactly like a 10 frame. It's got 5 in this row and 5 in that row. So that means I have 10. Now this is another full row, and if you remember, full rows have how many? That's right, they have 5. So a full row has 5. Do you know how to count by 5s? Let's practice. So the first number we say is 5, because we know there are 5 in this row. 5, and then what comes after? 5 plus 5 is 10. So there's 5, 10, and then here 10 plus 5 is how many? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 3 rows of 5 makes 15. 5, 10, 15. So does that mean that 11 plus 4 equals 15? It does. You're correct. So over here in my whole, I know that if my 2 parts are 11 and 4, my whole is 15. Now the last thing we are going to do is write a number sentence that tells this story. So there are 2 ways we can write this number sentence. The first way is the traditional way, and it's probably the way that you already know how. So we are going to write, I'm going to move my counters down. We are going to write 2 number sentences. The first is 11 plus 4 equals, do you remember the sum? What's the sum? That's right, it's 15. 11 plus 4 equals 15. Now there's another way to represent this story by flipping the equation around and writing the total first. So the other way you might see this is that 15 is equal to 11 plus 4. Great work on that problem, friends. go ahead and reorganize your workspace, and we've got one more to try together. Okay, all cleaned up and ready for our second problem. I hope you are too. So remember, we start from the top and read all the way to the end. So we're gonna start here, read our whole problem, and then we're gonna talk about a different strategy to add these numbers together. Okay, so here we go. Kyle has 6 sodas, or pop. He buys 12 more at the store. How many does he have now? So Kyle has 6 sodas, cans of soda at home, and then he goes to the store and he buys a new 12 pack. So he buys 12 more. How many does he have now? So the first thing we're going to talk about is our number bond, and I'm going to draw this one horizontal this time. Same idea, it just looks a little different. So this is a part, and this is a part. Still works the exact same way. So we'll put our parts in these 2 circles and our hole in this circle. Okay. Now let's talk about the problem that we have here. Kyle has 6 sodas. So I'm going to write that number down. I don't know what it means yet, but I do want to write it down. He buys 12 more at the store. So are 6 and 12 parts? Or does one of them represent the whole? He has 6. He buys 12 more. That must mean that these are parts. So I'm going to write 6 in the top part and 12 in the bottom part. These 2 numbers represent our parts, and we're going to calculate our whole. How many does he have now? So I know from the context of this problem that we're combining these 2 groups to get a new group. So that means I'm adding. So 6 plus 12 equals, and then we have to find the sum. But I'm sure you're thinking, Miss Barnes, I don't know how to add these numbers. That's okay. Let's think about something that you do know how to add, and then talk about how to use that to add this number sentence. So I bet you can tell me what 6 plus 2 is. What's 6 plus 2? If you don't know, you can count on your fingers. So 6, 7, 8. 6 plus 2 equals 8. So now let's look at what is different about 2 and 12. And I hope what you notice is that between 2 and 12, what we've done is we've added 10. So if we add 10 to an addend and the other one stays the same, that means we add 10 to our sum. So if you don't know what 8 plus 10 is, that's okay, because you do know how to write that number. And we write that number with a 1 and an 8. What number is this? That's right, it's 18. Great job today, friends, working on combining groups and adding to 20. Next week, we finally get to start our shape study, and I can't wait to see you then. Get ready for science with Miss Schumacher.
Hi, my name is Miss Schumacher, and this is Science for pre-kindergarten and kindergarten, but all are welcome. Today, we are comparing forest and ocean habitats. Before we begin our inquiry, our study about how the forest and ocean habitats are the same and how they are different, let's warm up our brain with a game. Do you like to play games? I do. I love to have fun and play games. In this game, you have to name the habitat and tell the characteristics of that habitat. Are you ready? Let's play. What is this habitat? Did you say the Arctic tundra? You are right. How did you know? What evidence do you see? Did you say the animals are Arctic animals? The penguin, Polar bear and seals help me know that this is a very cold place where there are not green plants. Let's play again. Now where are we? What is this habitat? Did you say the forest? How did you know that this is the forest? I can tell that this is the forest because look at the trees. They are very close together and it is a little dark because the leaves of the trees are blocking the light. Let's play again. Junior scientist, what is this habitat? The ocean. How did you know that this is an ocean and not a pond or river? Did you notice the bright colors of the fish? Those are definitely ocean fish. Last time, what habitat is this? We have not studied this habitat yet. Do you know where this is? This is the desert. How do you know that this is a desert? Did you say that a desert is a sandy place? Did you notice the life here? The plants and animals? There is a cactus. And look at that snake. Now that our brains are warmed up, we have a very important lesson today. We need to compare habitats. We need to figure out how the forest and the ocean are the same. Let's look at the images of both the forest and the ocean. What do you notice that is the same about both of these places? Did you say that there is life in both places? I noticed right away that both places have animals in them. When we compare and contrast, we take notice of how something is the same and different. We can use a graphic organizer to keep track of our thoughts. Look at this organizer. Do you know what shape these are? That's right. There are 2 circles. Do you see how the middle of the circles come together? Over in this circle, we are going to put characteristics of the forest. In this circle, we will put characteristics of the ocean. Anytime that we notice characteristics that are the same, we will put them in the middle. The middle part of the organizer means that both forests and oceans have these characteristics. If a characteristic only belongs in the forest, it will go here. And if a characteristic only belongs in the ocean, it will go here. Okay, right away, we noticed that there was life in both. We need to write the word life. When we spell, we break sounds apart. Can you help me with the sounds in life? I like to touch my fingers together to say each sound. Watch me, then let's do it together. Life. I. Are you ready? Do it with me. Say the sounds in life. Break apart the sounds. I. Now, while we say the sounds, we will write the letters that go with it. I. What did you notice that was the same about the forest and the ocean? Did you say there was water in both? I noticed that the water was different. This is a stream and the ocean has so much more water. But they both have water. Instead of writing the word water, let's draw a representation. Can we find one more thing that is the same about both the forest and the ocean? When we compare, we find things that are the same. Did you say they both have plants? I noticed that too. Let's spell the word plants. When we spell, we break sounds apart. Are you ready to do it with me? Say the word plants. Now, let's say the sounds while we write the letters. P, U, A, N, T, S. How did you do on your spelling? Were you able to break apart all of the sounds in the word? Junior scientists, now that we have compared, found ways that both the forest and ocean are the same, let's contrast these habitats. Let's find out how they are different. Let's start with the forest. How is the forest unique from the ocean? Did you say that the forest has a lot of trees? I agree with you. Let's add a representation of trees on this part of the graphic organizer. This part of the organizer will tell us how the forest is unique. What else did you notice that is true of the forest, but not the ocean? Did you say the animals were mainly brown, black, and tan? I agree. The animals are darker colors to blend in with the environment. Let's draw a picture of a deer to represent those land animals. Now, let's look at the ocean. What is unique about this habitat? Did you say the ocean has coral? I noticed that too. Let's draw coral in this part of the graphic organizer. What else did you notice? Did you say there were bright colored fish? These bright fish are not found in the forest. These are unique to the ocean. Let's spell fish and draw some brightly colored fish. Ready to start? Let's break apart the sounds while I write the letters. Do it with me. I, sh, fish. There are lots of ways that habitats are similar and different. That concludes our science lesson for today. It has been my pleasure having you in class. But your learning is not through. It is time to get active with Coach H. I am Miss Schumacher, and I will see you next week when we study the desert. Goodbye.
Hi boys and girls, this is Coach H here and I'm super happy that you guys are here with me. This is for pre-K and kindergarten for physical education, okay? Now anybody's welcome and if you want to join me, I want you guys to have a good exercise today, alright? So today, we're going to be doing 2 sets of 3 exercises, okay? So it means we're going to do 2 rounds with 3 different exercises in them, okay? 2 things I want you guys to do is make sure that you're in an open space. If you guys can do this outside, do it outside, maybe write down the exercises that I'm doing, enjoy the weather, or you can do it inside in your bedroom or in your living room, okay? So, other thing I want you guys to do is make sure you grab a water bottle. You gotta make sure you guys stay hydrated, okay? And actually, I might take a drink right now because I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit. Very good. Alrighty. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get started with our warm-up. Warm-up is gonna start like this. I want you guys to reach for the sky, and we're gonna touch your toes. So here we go. Touch your toes first, and then reach for the sky as far as you can, stretching our midsection here. Very good. Touching our toes again. Reach into the sky. Nice job. Keep it up. Touching our toes. Reaching for the sky again. 3. Touching our toes again. 1 more time. Up. 4. Very good. All right. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some tree trunk side to side. Woo, almost perfect there. We're gonna go side to side, just like that. Okay. I want you guys to do at least 5. Okay. So I'm at 3. Coach H is really moving fast today, so hopefully you guys can keep up. I'm gonna be really moving today. Hopefully you guys can keep up, because Coach H is not gonna slow down today. You're gonna have to try to keep up with Coach H here. All right. I think that was about 6 or 7. Here we go, 8. There we go. I'm gonna stop there. All right, last one I want us to do is we're gonna jog in place. I want you to do it for 10 seconds. So here we go. Ready, jog in place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! Alrighty. Getting started with our exercise here. So, like I said, 2 rounds, 3 exercises. These are the exercises that we're going to do. Have you heard of burpees? Everyone doesn't like those, but it's a good exercise. So you're going to be going down to the ground, doing a push-up, and then jumping back up like a star, okay? So you're going to go like this. Go down to the ground, bring those feet out, do a push-up to the best of your ability, back up, and then jump to the sky, just like that. Nice job, all right? I want you guys to try to do 5. Here we go. Down, and jump. That's 1. Keep it up. And jump. 2. Nice job. Down. Up. 3. Very good. Down. Up. Jump like a star. 4. 1 more. Down. Up. 5. Woo! All right, next one I want you guys to do, we're going to be doing something with our, well, it's kind of like push-up position, but it's called, oh, man, I forgot the name of it. It's called, you're in a plank position just like this, but you're going to touch your thigh right here, okay? And you're doing 6 of those, okay? Make sure you stay on your hands. If you want to put your feet out like this or like this, you can, okay? So here we go. One side, 1, 2, 3. Man, Coach H is feeling it. Woo. 4. Oh, my goodness. Get myself back in shape. 5. 1 more. And we'll say that was 6 right there. And then get back up. Woo. Alrighty. Coach H is feeling it now, and I thought I was going to go really fast. Next one that we're going to be doing, and I forgot to do this, we're going to go back down to the ground, and we're going to be doing those ones that we've done before, where we're going to go side to side, okay? So with that, I want to make sure your feet are out like this, or they can be right here, but it's easier with the feet like this. But you go put your hands down like that, and go side to side, just like that, okay? So here we go. I want you guys to do 6. 1 side, 2. Here we go. I want you to keep up. That was 2, 3, 4. Nice job. Woo! 5. Or I just said 3. That was 4. Here's 5. And 6. Nice job. And now I want you guys to get back up. Stand up. We're going to be jogging in place for 10 seconds. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! Nice job. Alrighty. Woo! Coach H is feeling it. Oh my goodness. I hope you guys are having a good exercise. What I want you guys to do is get a drink of water. If you got some sweat going on, just wipe it off. It's a good thing. Make sure you get a drink of water. Staying hydrated, super important during the summertime. And I hope I don't see any of you guys drinking soda pop. Soda pop's not good for you. Make sure you're drinking water right here, okay? All right, doing some breathing treatments real quick. I want you guys to go like this. Just do the hand motion because it helps you figure out where you're breathing, okay? So you're gonna breathe in. 1, 2, 3. And breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Nice job. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. And breathe out. 1, 2, 3. One more time. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. And breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Nice job. All right, we're gonna do that exercise one more time, okay? First one's burpees. I want you guys to do it, and I want you guys to get after it, all right? Here we go. You guys ready? Wiping off that sweat off my forehead because I am sweating. Coach H is gonna get crazy on this. So here we go. You guys ready? Down to the ground, push up, and jump up. I want you guys to do 5. Here we go. That was 1. Down to the ground, jump up. 2. Down to the ground, jump up. 3. Down to the ground, up. 4. Down to the ground again. Do that push up. Oh, here we go. 5, I believe. Or I'm gonna just do 1 more, just for the heck of it. Oh, yeah. Woo. Woo. All right. Next one that we're gonna be doing is called those thigh taps. That's what that name was called. Okay. So we're gonna get down into push-up position, and we're gonna go side to side just like that. But we're slapping our leg down here. This is called your thigh right here. This is your leg. Okay. Slap your leg. You guys ready? Here we go. 1, 2, Keep it up. Nice job. 3, 4, 5, 6. Woo! Nice job. I forgot the last one because I went up last time. This time I remember. This one, then you're gonna stay on the ground and you're gonna go shoulder rotation side to side, okay? Here we go, we're doing 6. Ready? You're gonna go up just like this. Make sure your legs are far apart. Ready, set, let's do this. 1, 2. Nice job, keep it up, boys and girls. 3, 4, 5, one more, 6. Woo. And then once you do that, once you go like this, and then jump in the air. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, jump. Nice job. Alrighty. Woo! Coach H is feeling it. Once you guys get another drink of water, stay hydrated. Woo. Water is super important because if your legs are starting to get tight, or your legs are starting to hurt, your arms are starting to hurt, might be a sign of dehydration. You guys need to make sure that you drink as much water as you can, okay? Keeps you hydrated. I don't want you guys getting dehydrated. And stay away from that soda pop. If I see you drinking soda pop, I'm not gonna be happy, okay? Make sure you guys are drinking water, all right? One more time, drink some water. Woo. And look at that, Coach H is sweating through his shirt. Hopefully you guys are sweating through your shirt, getting a good exercise in. Last thing we're gonna do is make sure we're breathing in and out. So here we go. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. And breathing out. 1, 2, 3. One more time, breathe in. 1, 2, 3. And breathing out. 1, 2, 3. And man, I feel a piece of sweat right here. Woo! Coach H is really feeling it. Hey boys and girls, I'm super happy that you guys did this exercise with me today. It makes me feel good. I hope that you guys feel good as well. This was a good exercise that both of us just accomplished, all right? This is for physical education for pre-K and kindergarten. And my name is Josh Hauk. I hope to see you guys next time. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.
Hola, buenos días. Yo soy la profesora Ellis, señorita Ellis. Tengo muchos nombres, pero primero, first, I would like to thank Coach H for such an engaging lesson in PE. We get our bodies moving. Now it's time to get our minds thinking en español. Bienvenidos y vamos a aprender sobre los animales del océano. Primero, delfín. Repite, delfín. Una vez más, delfín. Excelente. Dolphins never chew their food. They're so cute though. All right. Foca. Repite, foca. Una vez más, foca. Excelente. Seals, as a fun fact, have an extra layer of fat called blubber, and this helps them stay warm when it's really, really cold outside. So they're fat to keep them warm. All right. Nutria. Repite, nutria. Una vez más, nutria. Excelente. Otters do not have an extra layer of fat, unlike their other furry friends. Ballena. Repite, ballena. Una vez más, ballena. Excelente. Whales breathe air just like humans. Even though they're underwater, they still breathe air just like we do as humans. Oso polar. Repite con la boca. Repite. Oso polar. Una vez más. Oso polar. Excelente. Polar bears clean themselves by rolling in the snow. So when they get dirty, they just roll around in the white snow and they're clean. All right. Manatí. Repite con la boca. Repite. Manatí. Una vez más. Manatí. Perfecto. Manatees are herbivores, which means that they only eat plants. No meat, just plants. Orca. Repite. Orca. Killer whales can be up to 6 tons. That's about as big as an elephant. That's huge. Hipopótamo. Repite. Hipopótamo. Una vez más. Hipopótamo. Excelente. Hippos can hold their breath underwater for up to 7 minutes. Could you imagine holding your breath for 7 minutes? That's a long time. Tiburón. Repite. Tiburón. Tiburón. Sharks do not have bones. Caballo de mar. Caballo de mar. Repite. Caballo de mar. Seahorses do not have any enemies. How good is that to have no enemies? Tortuga marina. Repite. Tortuga marina. Excelente. Sea turtles cannot hide in their shells like regular turtles. So they have nowhere to hide. They just are who they are. They cannot hide. Pulpo. Repite. Pulpo. An octopus has 3 hearts. We have 1. They've got 3. 3 hearts. Calamar. Repite. Calamar. The eyes of a squid can be as big as a frisbee. So that's huge. Just their eyes. Compare that to what your eye is like. Wow. Estrella de mar. Estrella de mar. Sea stars have no brain or no blood. They just are simple sea stars. Langosta. Repite. Langosta. Langosta. Lobsters live on the ocean floor. Raya venenosa. Repite. Raya venenosa. Raya venenosa. Stingrays do not use their eyes to hunt. They use special sensors on their body. So they essentially don't see with their eyes when they're hunting. They use their body and how they feel. Medusa. Repite. Medusa. Jellyfish are not fish, even though they have fish in their name. They're not a fish. Almeja. Repite. Almeja. Almeja. A clam does not have any of the 5 senses, so they cannot smell, taste, feel, hear, or see. All right, so that concludes our animals of the ocean, but I'm going to have a couple links here for you. So parents and guardians, I'm kind of switching to you. For your student to see a video of these animals live in action and to also see the animal sounds associated and hear them with these animals. Those 2 videos are on YouTube, so just type it in your browser and play the video and your student will hear all those animals we just learned about today. Before we leave, estudiantes, I have an assignment for you, okay? So I want you to go find a piece of paper, okay? Just a blank piece of paper. And I want you to find something to color with. So if that's crowns, markers, colored pencils, crowns may work the best. okay? But now that you're gonna have your blank piece of paper and your crowns, your colors, on that blank piece of paper, I want you to draw as many animals in the ocean from what we learned today, okay? After you draw your animals, or if you want to draw them with your colors, okay? Just add all of that on there and make it beautiful, okay? We're going under the sea, under the ocean, okay? As always, thank you guys for showing up. Espero que tengan un muy buen día. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.
We are happy to have you visit our family here at Northeast Middle School. My name is Principal Schriever, and I am the principal here at Northeast Middle School. We serve students in the 7th and 8th grade in the historic Northeast neighborhood in Kansas City.
Welcome to Northeast Middle, the home of the mighty Titans.
Welcome to Northeast Middle. Transitioning to middle school is exciting, but it can also be scary. But that's what we're here for. I teach student success skills, a class where students get in touch with their emotions and learn how to stay on task in their courses.
Hello, my name is Mirna Naya. I am the parent liaison at Northeast Middle School. I communicate with parents, legal guardians regarding school information, events, school advisory committee, and more. I love interacting with students' families every day.
Hello and welcome. My name is Christine Dismay, and I teach Geography and Economics here at Northeast Middle School. We have a safe and nurturing environment in our classrooms. Your student will enjoy learning here.
Hi, I'm Laura Cole. I'm an 8th grade math teacher. Welcome to 8th grade. We offer advanced courses in all core subjects. Learning here is fun and rigorous because we care about our students and their academic experience. Northeast Middle School students are successful and prepared for high school.
AVID, which stands for Advancement via Individual Determination, is a college and career readiness program. Students develop the skills they need to be successful in college starting in middle school. Most students continue their AVID course throughout high school with the same group of peers.
Hi, I'm Mr. Fleming, and I teach PE and health at Northeast Middle School, and we have a wide range of electives including choir, band, orchestra, visual arts, creative writing, and much more.
Hello, my name is Kenneth Moore, and I teach 7th, 8th grade choir. Our goal is to ensure our students get the very best academic opportunities. Our students maintain a well-rounded experience.
Northeast Middle School is truly a diverse environment. We have scholars from all over the world, and we have as many as 30 languages spoken in our building at any given time. To celebrate the diversity in our building, we host an international festival so our scholars can get a true taste of the world.
Hi, I'm Ben Jonte. I'm the art teacher at Northeast Middle School. Project Lead the Way, one of our electives, provides our students with hands-on, real-world learning. This will give them experience in growing industries like computer science, design, and robotics.
Hello, I'm Ms. Shepherd, and I'm the athletic director here at Northeast Middle School. Here at Northeast Middle School, we offer a variety of sports for boys and girls, including basketball, track and field, soccer, wrestling, swimming, cross country, flag football, cheerleading, and volleyball.
Thank you for taking the time to visit with us today here at Northeast Middle School. To learn more about our campus or to request a personal tour, please call 816-418-3400. We look forward to sharing with you more of the exciting things occurring at Northeast Middle School.
Welcome to Foreign Language Academy, Kansas City, one and only emerging school for Chinese and Spanish.
We are so happy to have you visit FLA. I'm Dr. Joel Ramsdale, the principal of Foreign Language Academy. We are the region's only international baccalaureate school that is authorized as a primary years program, as well as being in candidacy for a middle years program. We look forward to sharing more about our school with you.
Bienvenidos al cuarto grado. Immersion is the best way for a student to become fluent in a foreign language.
At FLA, we have a strong sense of community. Our parent-teacher organization meets monthly and organizes different events and activities such as Arts Night, where students can showcase their artwork and also enjoy live performances by students.
Each year, the 8th grade Spanish student fundraise to help support a trip to Costa Rica.
Children at FLA have an advantage, learning English as well as a foreign language. This will prepare them for not only being in the classroom, but beyond.
when our families join FLA, they select a school for their kids that is elementary and middle school. Our students are able to experience the full immersion program since kindergarten all the way to 8th grade.
Thank you for joining us on this virtual tour. We appreciate it. If you would like to learn more about Foreign Language Academy or schedule a personal tour, please call our school phone number, which is 816-418-6000. We look forward to sharing all of the great things that we're doing here at the Foreign Language Academy with you.
I chose manual because it's challenging and fun and it can help me with college.
I chose manual because I wanted to get a jump start in my career with culinary arts.
I chose manual to acquire skills I'd use in real life.
I chose manual because I want to be an ER doctor and be an EMT is my first step.
Kickstart your future today at Manual Career and Technical Center. Manual is open for all 11th and 12th grade students in both Kansas and Missouri. Learn more today at enrollkc.org/manual or call 816-418-5200.
The desire to create lives within each of us. From Grammy-winning producers and musicians, to NBA stars, to Navy admirals and Medal of Honor recipients, to internationally renowned artists, and beloved local muralists, Paseo graduates have been creating their own success, their own history, their own legacy since 1926. Now it's your time. Create your future at Paseo Academy of Fine and Performing Arts. Learn more at enrollkc.org/Paseo.